Today, we're in Eccles in Manchester. She owns 2 restaurants, YETTI'S Kitchen. And guess what? She's also a licensed in-flight caterer. And once we're done at the restaurant, we're gonna be taking a flight and she gets to show us an array of what she delivers in flight. And also we catch some in restaurant. It's My Tasty Naija. Welcome. We're in Eccles, Manchester. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Eccles, Manchester.
Yes, you did.
And this is our very, very first one here.
It is. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Happy to have you here.
I'm loving the pre-hospitality in the lead up to the main thing.
That's what we're here for.
So, YETTI'S Kitchen.
Yes.
What's your story? This is our first one in Manchester. And I told a little story before about my sojourn in Manchester 20 years ago. There was no Nigerian restaurant then. Now we have a good handful. Is it a handful or a lot?
A lot.
When did you join the mix?
Around about 5 years ago in 2018, we started off. But at Eccles, we were the first.
Here?
Yes, at Eccles.
How big is Eccles?
Probably about 200,000 people. It's the last time I checked the census.
That's big.
Yes.
Okay. So obviously, and we have a lot of Africans in this zone?
No, initially it was...
When you started?
Yes, 5 years ago, 2018, a very low number of Africans. As time has gone past with the Japa syndrome and everything, it's increased.
Well, Japa syndrome is just 2-3 years.
That was enough.
That was enough for you. So who were your typical clients at the time?
Mostly working class, stay-at-home moms and stuff. So we have a lot of white people. So at the moment, we would say probably 90% of our audience is white. Yes.
Today?
Yes.
9 out of 10?
Yes.
That could be a record with Nigerian restaurants in the UK.
Yes, and we've been very intentional with our menu, that's why.
And did you have that picture in your head?
No.
You thought it was going to be like a Naija
Absolutely. Because I'm from Ondo State.
Okay.
So initially,
Where in Ondo State?
Ondo Town.
Ondo Town?
Yes.
So you like Asun?
Absolutely. So initially I had things like bang bata, which is our peppered snails on the menu. And like I said, first 2 years running the business, not a single person. The only thing that came in with flies, not a single person patronized us. And we had to take the cue that they didn't understand the menu, the people in the neighborhood. So we had to incorporate Caribbean items on the menu. So we added some curry goats, jerk chicken.
And that worked?
And that worked. And that meant that when people come in for Caribbean food, we would then tell them about Nigerian meals, and that started to change their orders.
So you started 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's just before the pandemic. Because pandemic was a year after, 2020.
It was 2 years after, yes.
Yeah, so how did that impact the business?
It actually worked out better for the business.
How?
I'm a woman of faith. So before the pandemic happened, and obviously I'm constantly questioning God, which is what direction do we go? It might be contrary to popular belief.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
What I'm about to say.
We are spiritual people.
I don't understand, but on the menu, we initially did not serve alcohol for delivery. We just served alcohol within the restaurant. We just had an alcohol license that we used within the restaurant. So before the pandemic, Holy Spirit just told me, you know what, add alcohol items to the delivery menu.
The Holy Spirit told you to add spirit.
That's why I said that. That's why I said that. It might sound controversial. So we added alcohol items to the delivery menu. And that meant that during the pandemic, when people couldn't go out because they needed their drinks, suddenly we're popping up as I could get a bottle of wine from this store. Even though I wouldn't eat jollof, they serve alcohol. So we had an influx of people who've never heard about YETTI'S Kitchen ordering alcohol, and actually I have a bite or two, and then so we had a spike of orders during the pandemic. Yeah. Awesome.
So what percentage of your menu is Nigerian? Because obviously now you had to tweak it at different points. So so you run a Nigerian restaurant, but then in an area where you get 90% non-Nigerians patronizing you. So what percentage of your core menu now is Nigerian?
At YETTI'S Kitchen, we believe strongly in staying true to our roots. So it's totally 80%.
Okay.
In terms of the menu,
Solid
we've kept
enough.
it original. We kept it original, and obviously because I'm Yoruba, so you wouldn't find a lot of Igbo dishes on the menu because there's some things. Obviously, if we have an Igbo chef, by all means, would explore. But most at the moment, we have mostly of a Yoruba chef, as well as myself. So we focus mostly on what we know we do well, rather than doing everything and then doing it badly. So 80% Nigerian, and then the rest of it is mostly. But it depends on what clients we're serving.
Okay.
If you see what I mean, because obviously we do flights as well. So I can't say 80% of our menu, because most of our flight menu, which is 99% of the flight menu, is totally English and French.
Yeah. So this brings me now to you have a second outlet.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Is that Eccles as well?
That's at the Printworks.
Okay.
It's a bigger. I think it's one of the biggest shopping centers.
Town center. So there. Different audience.
It is. It is very upscale.
Same menu. Or did you have it
different? I would say it's a 50-50. 50% Nigerian, 50% exploratory menu.
Okay. But it works for the area.
It does.
Does it open 7 days a week as well?
Open 6 days a week. We believe in letting our staff rest. We're not here to churn it out forever. So we're not open on Mondays across both branches. But yeah, open 6 days a week.
So 2 branches in Manchester, 5 years strong.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you are the only Nigerian I know who is licensed for in-flight catering.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Perchance, once more. During COVID, we literally just had a call, and it was literally, we've got a flight of about 400 people, and we wondered if you're able to cater.
400 people?
Yes.
So that's like a 747 kind of arrangement.
But you'd be surprised that most of these orders we get are mostly for football teams and stuff. You see what I mean?
Okay.
They need to travel with all the coaches and everybody, so, and they had their specific requirements.
Nigerian?
No, that's what saying that.
Okay.
It's 99%.
I mean, for that flight.
For that flight.
That was your first job.
It was
a big job.
It was a big job, first job. My children literally had to help out with stuff.
And no airline experience at that time?
No airline experience, but we've been catering for flights.
Okay.
In terms of weddings and stuff. So, and you just never know. Obviously, we go do private flights as well. So we're talking about sometimes it will be a flight with 6 people. Okay. So we could do commercial, we could do private.
So I'm trying to just get a proper sense of this now. So as someone that has a license for in-flight catering, the orders can come from a 10-seater plane, a 400-seater plane. Yeah. Do you have to help serve it, or you just prepare it?
You prep it and get it ready for delivery to the aircraft, and then the air hostess or the flight attendant would then finish it off and plate it.
So is there a unique way you prepare foods for those on ground level, and the way you prepare food for those 40,000 in the air?
Absolutely. When you're on ground level, you get to enjoy the flavors that the chef intended that you enjoy. Whilst you're in the air, you lose 50% of the flavors. So you almost kind of have to make it salty. Or whatever.
Or spike it up a bit.
If you want it spicy, you then have to make it extra spicy, because when you get in the air, you lose half of your taste buds. So, and apart from that as well, there are very strict regulations in terms of temperatures and how the food's prepped as well. So it's totally different. Is
it more tasking to
prepare? It is. Like I say, the higher you go, the harder you fall. There's a lot more risk involved. So you could be in a place where you get an order for 400 people and you get an email the next day to say they want a total refund, which you wouldn't get if you're on ground level. So.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've never not had to face any of that.
I've dealt with a few. Few.
But it comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory, but I still can't understand it. I wouldn't lie. So.
Okay, well, for those watching, at some point we're going to hop in on air.
Hey.
Pray for me. Pray for her. So it's and lastly on the in-flight thing, what percentage of the orders you get are Nigerian?
Probably 30 to 40.
30 to 40. Are these Nigerian clients or those who just want Nigerian menu?
Those who want Nigerian menu.
Want Nigerian menu. So it's not necessarily, they are not necessarily Nigerians.
No.
So if I was just watching this program as we're watching right now, and I have access to, I have a private jet, and I wanted to, get your services, how simple is it to set it up?
Typically, if you have a private jet, you wouldn't contact me. That's the first thing.
You never know.
You normally wouldn't. You
So
normally,
what would happen
you
normally?
normally have somebody do it for you.
Like an agency?
Yes, you
Okay.
normally have an agent. But like I said, you can always contact me, but
Okay.
I've never had it directly.
You don't know who's watching.
But I'm just saying, I've never had it directly
Okay,
done.
yeah.
Usually their
But that's possible. It's a possibility.
their representative
Okay.
contacts us. And it's never in enough time. It's always
Last
10
minute.
p.m. 10 p.m. they contact you and they want a 6 a.m. delivery.
Is that normal though in that world?
That's what you do, and that's what you do. But obviously, you charge them for the sleepless night.
What percentage more?
In terms
100?
of cost?
Yes, 100%, 20,
No, we're
200% more?
talking about 4 figures versus £10 per bowl of jollof.
Oh dear.
So it's worth losing your sleep.
It's worth the hassle.
Yeah.
So well, in all of the chat, I'm feeling a bit peckish. So we just have a little tester here and save the best for the very last on the plane, yeah?
Exciting.
So what you got for me?
Okay, I'll just tell them to bring out the food to you.
Fab. Let's go.
So here we have our smoky Nigerian jollof.
Jollof, yeah.
Yes, with some pepper turkey garnished with spring onions and ripe plantains.
Right.
Enjoy.
How do you like your plantain normally?
A bit like Humpty Dumpty.
Softy.
A bit on the
Okay.
wall.
Yeah, well, I like it soft, I like it hard.
Wow. I'd imagine you're talking about
Let me
food.
give the jollof, do the tasting for the jollof.
Smoky? Okay.
Smoky. Nice. This particular palate, is super trained now.
You've tasted a wide range
yeah.
of jollof. Right.
It's nice and grainy, number one. Not mushy. Nice color. Definitely smoky. So you're going to permit me to use my hand in this pepper turkey because no cutlery apart from my natural one can do justice to this.
Yes, it does a great job. It's healthier, apparently.
Spiritual.
Is it? You feel the pepper?
It's not there, but it's there.
Right.
Like,
Right. Not in your face.
I need to speed up on this because I really want to have it as well
Yes.
at 40,000 feet.
Let's see what it tastes like when you're
Yes,
up in
so
the air.
I'm going to round this up and see you mid-air. So we're about now, and we've been in the air for about 10 minutes, and it's an experience. So in your world, this will be like the smallest party you're catering for. A
I'll probably say
six-seater.
the biggest part because this is
No,
what
I'm
it's
saying,
like.
I mean, if you were to do this, is really the kind of smallest. There's 6 people jets.
Yeah.
This will be smallest,
Yeah.
and then but you started from the top.
Yeah.
400 people.
Yeah.
Now does the distance of the flight also affect the food?
Absolutely. Then they might need breakfast, then they might need lunch, and they might need dinner. Depends on how long they're on the flight for.
Okay, how long was the 400 one you did?
Oh, that was a long one. I think it was going to Australia, so they needed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
Australia.
Yes.
That's almost like is it direct?
I wouldn't know how many
At a
stops,
time.
but they wanted breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you also have food that you need to cater for the crew as well.
Okay.
So it's not just your clients are not just the passengers. You've also got the pilot to feed, and there are rules about feeding the pilots and feeding the crew. They can't eat the same thing,
Okay.
just in case there's food poisoning.
Wow. And in terms of crockery, are you
Yes.
responsible for that as well?
Sometimes they require us to bring crockery. Sometimes they have it on board. And sometimes they require us to wash it as well.
After?
Yes, to pick it up from the airport and wash it and return it for the next flight.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So we're literally running errands, almost like a concierge service. So sometimes it might just be a wedding anniversary. So sometimes we're sent to get McDonald's. Sometimes we're told to get champagne. So it depends.
To get McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay.
So we run errands. We're not fussy. As long as the client is happy, we're willing to run errands.
I'm sure you heard a few years ago, somewhere in Nigeria, where apparently some people send flights over to the UK to buy burgers.
Yes.
Is that true?
It's
not that particular story, but does that happen?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we've had errands to buy flowers. We've had errands to buy the Financial Times. They want to read the Financial Times because they don't have it in their country where they're coming from. So
and they want a hard copy.
They want a hard copy, or they might buy a book that's not available in their country, or medicine.
Okay.
You understand? So it's not just food; it's a whole plethora of services.
So that's like, obviously, it's a premium lifestyle service.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? I suspect that's a life you live.
I see where you're going with that question.
So, is that a life you currently live?
I hope to live.
You hope to live?
I'm a Nigerian. You don't expect an answer to that question.
Wow. Okay. We're going on a break now. When we come back, it's going to be Bon Appetit time.
There you go.
Hey.
Enjoy.
Voila. There you go. Something. Twenty-four karat pounded yam. Ooh la la. Okay. So what's this?
Origo.
Origo. Nice.
What do you think? Does it taste the same as when you had it in the restaurant, or have you noticed any difference?
I have. I have a very stubborn palate, but very nice and tasty.
Thank you.
And warm still.
Yes. We make sure we keep the temperature, just make sure that we keep in check with our food safety standards.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, my tasting Naija, we normally have I wish I could just do the whole, but for those watching, this is an hour-long flight from Manchester to Glasgow. And I could do this every day. Trust me. Hopefully we'll be coming back for this.
Fingers crossed.
So, let's go back to the restaurant now.
Yeah.
What's the plan going forward? You plan to have more?
Yes, absolutely.
In Manchester?
We're planning to have more all over the world.
All over the world?
And beyond this galaxy.
Beyond this galaxy?
Yes.
Okay, that's Organic Eccles level. That one is.
Because we thought to ourselves that we fed man on land,
okay,
we fed man in the air. It would be nice to feed
on water,
and then in space.
In space. Well, I'll find somebody to come and cover that one for you.
Yes, you're not planning to join us.
No, not anytime soon. Hey.
We do apologize for the glasses.
Oh yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
$1 million sound. So there you go. So everybody to YETTI'S Kitchen. YETTI'S Kitchen.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Welcome to Lagos.
Hey! Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for coming, sir.
Wow, thank you so much.
Okay, we've got something light for Mama Toby
Light,
and
Mama Toby,
Oga Director.
and Oga Director.
Hope they enjoy it.
Thank you so much. It was an experience.
Thank you.
Yes, so
Thank you.
we look forward to doing it again sometime.
Absolutely.
Yetti's Kitchen. Go tell him. If you enjoyed today's edition of My Tasty Naija, remember to subscribe, like, and share.